Okay, in this video, I want to point out something very interesting, something that caught my eye as I was looking at the quarterly time frame here on BBAI. So the stock is down 11 cents. It's not. I don't think it's going anywhere. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think it's going anywhere. We're going to go through the yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily, and I'm going to show you some very interesting patterns. I think this is going to go to 10 plus in the future. I'm thinking 2026 or towards end of this year. So I would say it's a buy. It's a buy right now. Again, I have to stick to my rules. I got rules, man. I got rules for a reason. You know what? I don't want to end up buying another color and then it just keeps going down. But the difference between color and BBAI, I'm going to show you here with this pattern that I just saw. Just give me 1 second here. Let me just make some adjustments. Make sure that my audio isn't too low. Now, let me zoom in here on the yearly time frame. And what do you see again? On the yearly time frame, what do you see? You see a stock that's trending to the upside. You see a very clear channel. And it's an yearly time frame, so we still got 4 months ahead of us. We still got plenty of room for this to play out and close on a green candle, right? A strong green candle. We go to the quarterly time frame, and there's that cup. That looks like a cup to me. Classic cup. And right now we would be forming the handle. There's your cup. We would get a little handle and break out higher. That's the prediction I'm making. Now keep in mind, this is the quarterly time frame, so it's not going to exactly play out, tomorrow. We would see $10 if this plays out, and maybe beyond back to 15, which I've seen a lot of stocks do that. They go to 10, they break out above 10, they go to 15. Soundhound, I think, did that recently. So that's a very interesting pattern to keep an eye on the quarterly time frame. Monthly time frame. You know what's funny is the quarterly time frame is pretty ugly. This whole quarter has been just, it's been nothing but red. Monthly time frame, you get a little cleaner picture of what's going on here. So this would be the handle. Weekly time frame. Consolidation coming on down. Looks like selling pressure is getting weaker. Buyers love it at around 5. That's what I'm seeing here. Buyers love it at around 5. They refuse to let it drop below 5. So if this holds, we create our pattern here, and we break out higher. You know what's funny is on the weekly time frame, the RSI has also cooled down quite a bit. The last time we're literally as close to RSI support as possible. So screaming buy here, at least on the RSI. On the weekly time frame, by the way. Daily time frame. The 200 WMA tends to act as support as well. So let me look at the Bollinger Bands. Oh yeah, we're like, let's see, 200. That's the, what is it, the 5? No, that's not it. Another thing you'll notice, the price fluctuates around that purple line. That 200 weighted moving average. So when it comes down here, nobody wants it. Everybody chases it up. Nobody wants it when it's down here. Then they chase it back up. Nobody wants it down here. Chase it back up. Rinse and repeat, right? So within this giant cup and handle on the quarterly, when we zoom out to the smaller time frame, you'll notice that the opportunity is when it's close to that purple line or under it. So I give this a buy. Give this a buy at 5s and under. Just accumulate it. Now, if you zoom out, these pumps tend to happen. This big pump here happened in towards the end of the year for 2024, going into 2025. That whole move happened. Oh, look, another. That's crazy. Look at this. And then here, 2023, the move began here in November and ended in February 29, 2024. This move ended in February 13. So like you can see very clearly towards the end of the year and the beginning of the new year, there's these massive pumps. I don't know why that is. Same thing here, right? Bottoms out December 30 and runs all the way to the top here in February 6. I don't know why that is. Maybe someone knows something, but for the past couple of years, we've had a massive, massive run going into the new year. So, now's the time to buy because nobody wants it right now. Then the end of the year, we get that big pump. It's happened 3 times already, so that's a pattern. So, I mean, why not abuse it, right? Let me just, if I do alert it, because I am tempted to buy. I am so tempted, guys. The patterns are there. I am tempted. I'm getting, like, it's just such a good setup, guys. When you look at the quarterly, yearly, monthly, weekly, daily, you're like, everything's lining up for a big pump towards the end of the year. Sure, it's gonna be probably for the next month, but because we know August and September tend to be kind of especially August. So I don't know. This is just what I'm thinking. That's why I have the patterns logo up right now, because we're just looking at patterns on all time frames and trying to figure out, like, if we just look at the patterns, this is a buy. It's like screaming buy. And the sell target would be $10. If it breaks 10, then obviously 15 at that point. So that's what I'm thinking. This is like the time to buy. Too many people make the mistake of they only want to buy when it's already moving. That doesn't make sense. Like, they want to buy when it's already up here at like $8, $10. One guy in my Discord, he bought at like $9.80 or $9.50 because he thought he was smart. Like, I told him not to buy, and he's like, no, I'm gonna buy the dip here, and he thought it was gonna go from $9.50 to like 15, I guess, but it didn't. It just dropped day after day, as you can see. So he learned a very valuable lesson that day. Like, don't buy when it's like way extended above the 200. Right now, it's, like I said, everything is lighting up. It's just unfortunate that earnings has been trending to the downside. So, unfortunately, because of my rule that I have for myself, and you may not have this rule, I have a rule where if a company's earnings are trending downward, it's just, I'm not touching it. I'm not. That's just, I hope their earnings, I hope they turn it around on their earnings. GME, like, perfect example of a stock who's right at the bottom, near the bottom here, but unfortunately their earnings are just kind of they just go sideways. They don't trend to the upside. We know that if BBAI had more demands for their product / service, we would see that reflected in their earnings. For any company, it doesn't have to just be BBAI. I mean, that's what people love. People love to see that. They love to see, like, damn, my company that I'm invested in, it's getting so much business. Its earnings just continue to go up because there's just so much demand for their products, that service. It's that simple. So, again, it's up to you whether you want to follow me and stick to the rules that I use or don't and buy. And I would not blame you for buying. This looks really good on all these time frames. If it drops below 5, who cares? Buy more. It's done that before. Look at this. It dropped below 5 all the way to a low of 2.4, and it came down here to 1.2 and then rallied to 4. So I wouldn't lump sum a big position, of course. I would go in with, start averaging down. Don't too many people make the mistake of, I'm going to go in with 30K. And then it goes down, and then they don't have enough ammunition to average down. You got to have that conviction, too, on top of that. You got to believe in the patterns that you see more than anything. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Bye. But if you want to follow my rules, then there's better opportunities out there.